Hello students, a very good morning to you all and your parents. Students, today in 9th and 10th class, we are to start, in 10th class we are to start with chapter 8, and in 9th class we will continue with chapter 7. So get ready, exams are coming nearer. If schools reopen at any point of time in this month, then you will have to appear in the exams. So don't take it as holidays, take it as the lockdown. School building is closed, but schools are going on, classes are going on. So don't skip the revisions, especially for mathematics. Syllabus is very vast, so you have to spend 1 or 2 hours daily for revision. So don't skip revisions. I request you, I advise you. Thank you very much. 10th class students, today we start with remainder and factor theorem. Remainder and factor theorem. So this theorem we use to find remainder and make factors. When I say this theorem we use to find remainder and to factorize an algebraic expression. How do we find remainder? Suppose I have to divide x cube minus 3x square plus 5x plus 1 with x minus 1. I have two methods. I can find remainder in two methods. First method is I divide actually. X square minus x square I divide as we divide algebraic expressions. You have learned in lower classes. Remainder is 4. This is one method to find remainder. But in this chapter we don't divide, we just find remainder using theorem, using one theorem. What is that theorem? If I have to find remainder, suppose this one with another method with using the theorem, what do? I put this this entity equal to 0. X minus 1 I put equal to 0. It means x is equal to 1. This one I put equal to 0 and find x. Now value of this x I put here in the expression. X cube minus 3x square plus 5x plus 1. I put value of x in this. 1 cube minus 3 1 square 5 into 1 plus 1. 1 minus 3 into 1 plus 5 into 1 plus 1. 3 into 1 3, 5 into 1 5, 1. Now it is 1, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 minus 3 equal to 4. Now you can see both remainders, both the answers are equal. So it proves that if I want to find remainder not by actually dividing but using theorem, the answers will be same. So to simplify finding the remainder, I can use this theorem. This is called remainder and factor theorem. It is not very much difficult. Only the number, the dividend I put equal to divisor I put equal to 0 and find the value. So it is very much easier. So let us start with exercise 8a. Exercise 8a. Find in each case the remainder when x4 minus 3x square plus 2x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. So according to remainder theorem, I put divisor equal to 0, x minus 1 is 0. It means x is equal to 1. I put x value of x in this dividend. x4 mean 1 4 minus 3x square, 3 into 1 square plus 2 into 1 plus 1. 1 minus 3 plus 2 plus 1 minus 2 plus 2 plus 1. This cancel out. 1 is the remainder. So it is easier one. I do last one, part third. X raised to power 4 plus 1 is divided by x plus 1. Again I put x plus 1 equal to 0. It means x is equal to minus 1. I put value of minus 1 here. Minus 1 4 plus 1. Minus 1 4 mean 1 plus 1 equal to 2. That is the remainder. Then second part, show that I do one part, second part. Second, I have to show that 3x plus 2 is a factor of 3x square minus x minus 2. So I have to prove that this is a factor of 3x square minus x minus 2. So again I find remainder first. To find remainder I put divisor equal to 0. So 3x is equal to minus 2. X is equal to minus 2 upon 3. Now I put value of x here. 3 into minus 2 by 3 square minus 2 by 3 minus 2. So I go to next page. 3 into 4 by 9 square of minus 2 by 3 is 4 by 9. Now this is minus minus plus 2 by 3 minus 2. So this cancels. 3 3 is 9. So 4 by 3 plus 2 by 3 minus 2. 6 by 3 minus 2. 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So when the remainder is 0, I go back again. If remainder here is 0, it means this is factor of this one, because by dividing remainder is 0. So when the remainder is 0, remainder is 0, it implies that divisor, that is 3x plus 2, is factor of 3x square minus 2x minus 2. So when remainder is 0, the divisor is factor of dividend. Now question number 3, we have to find which one is factor. So one part I do second part of third. Dividend is two x cube plus 3x square minus 5x minus 6 I have to find whether divisor 2x minus 1 is factor of dividend or not. Again I find remainder. If remainder is 0, then it will be factor. So 2x minus 1 I put equal to 0. 2x is 1, x is 1 upon 2. Now I put this value in dividend. 2 into 1 by 2 cube plus 3 1 by 2 square minus 5 1 by 2 minus 6. 2 into 1 by 8, cube of 1 by 2 is 1 by 8. 3 into 1 by 4 minus 5 by 2, 5 into 1 by 2, 5 by 2 minus 6. So it is 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 minus 5 by 2 minus 6. I take LCM and subtract. It is minus 30 by 4, that is not equal to 0. It means 2x minus 1 is not factor of 2x cube plus 3x square minus 5x minus 6. So similarly you can check for others, x plus 1 and x plus 2. Now question number 4. Again I do one part, second part. It is easier one. Find the value of k if 3x minus 4. So divisor is 3x minus 4. Dividend is 3x square plus 2x minus k. Now 3x minus 4 is factor of 3x square plus 2x minus k. If and only if I put I double f. I double f mean if and only if remainder is 0. If remainder is 0, then this will be factor of this. So I put 3x minus 4 equal to 0. It means x is 4 by 3. Now remainder is 3 4 by 3 0 square plus 2 into 4 by 3 minus k. It should be equal to 0, then it will be factor. If remainder is 0, then this will be factor of this. So 3 into 16 by 9 plus 8 upon 3 minus k equal to 0. 3 3 is 9. 16 by 3, 8 by 3 minus k equal to 0. I add 24 by 3 minus k equal to 0. 3 8 is 24. 8 minus k equal to 0. It means k is equal to 8. So in this way you can do the first part also. Students have asked to solve question number 9 of exercise 12b. Question number 9. It is very much easier, nothing difficult about that. A 3 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. This is 3 5. B minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 4 are 2 points. A dash is the image of A when reflected in the x-axis. So when I reflect it in the x-axis, A is 3 5. It will become 3 and minus 5. 1 2 3 4 5. This is image of A. B is minus 2 minus 4. When I reflect in y-axis, it will become 2 and minus 4 here. 2 and minus 4. This is then reflected in the origin. When I reflect it in the origin, 2 minus 4, it becomes minus 2 and 4. 1 2 3 4. This is minus 2 and 4. Now I have to find, this is B dash, not this one is not B dash. First I reflect B in y-axis, then I reflect it in the origin. Now I have to find, I have to join A dash, B dash. A dash, B so this is a trapezium. These two sides are parallel, these two sides are non-parallel. So this one is trapezium. Fifth one is name two invariant points under reflection in the x-axis. So when points are invariant, in x-axis, mean I can write anything here in the place of x. Suppose write x, but y should be 0. Only points on the x-axis will be invariant. Point on the x-axis mean y is 0. I can take value of any value of x, but y should be 0. Then you can write minus 5, 0. Any point you can write, but y should be 0. These points will be invariant under x-axis. So that's all for today, students. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much.